Hi there, I'm Jen, this is Remembered Reads, and this is going to be an announcement video for the 7th annual March Mystery Madness, hence all the Agatha Christie's on this side and other mysteries on this side. Boom. March Mystery Madness is the annual mystery-themed readathon that was created originally by Elizabeth from LizziefayeLovesBooks and Troi Towel. A whole bunch of people have joined both as participants and as hosts since then. I've been a participant since the 2nd year and a co-host since the 3rd year, and one of the great things about this is because mysteries, despite some people viewing whodunits as kind of a narrow genre, mysteries and the mystery themes overlap with so many different genres that this is one of the fun things about this is it brings together a bunch of different parts of BookTube who don't normally necessarily interact with each other. Since it's 2022, the theme this year is going to be 2 by 2, and since we know everybody's stressed out, there aren't going to be specific prompts, but you can make your own prompts inspired by that, and you can interpret it any way you want. So for example, maybe you don't have a lot of time, but you know that there are some Agatha Christie short stories that are only 22 pages long. There you go, you've got a 22. Maybe you're doing one of those language learning challenges and you're going to read a book in the original and in a translation. Or vice versa, you're reading the translation and then you're going to read the original. Maybe you want to read mysteries that are written by 2 people, like the Ian Rutledge or the Bess Crawford series by Charles Todd, who are a mother-son writing team. Unfortunately, the mother part of that mother-son writing team passed away last year. But these are both extensive series with 2 authors, so that could count. Maybe it could be a series with 2 sleuths, like the Getty and Khatak series, which 2 sleuths solving the crimes. There are all kinds of different ways you can interpret this. You could take it to read 2 books in a series, 2 books in 2 series. Maybe you're feeling really enthusiastic and you're going to read 22 mysteries. All of these things are possible, and I'm sure you can come up with even more and better ideas as well. As for what you can read, the answer is almost anything as long as it is on a theme of mystery. If you don't want to read whodunits, you do not have to read whodunits. You could read a political thriller, a military thriller, a spy thriller, a domestic thriller. If you don't like thrillers, you could be reading true crime. If you find true crime to be exploitive, but you still want to stick with nonfiction, you could read investigative journalism. If you lean more towards the artsy, you could read an experimental or a literary work that plays with the tropes of mystery. The possibilities are really endless, and that's actually one of the fun things about March Mystery Madness is that I see so many people joining in from very different parts of BookTube that don't normally interact with each other, but through the joy of mystery, we all come together. And if you look at the whole list of hosts, as usual, there's a host of co-hosts. You'll see some people who read hard-boiled detective stories, some people who read cozies, some people who read the romance subgenre, the romantic suspense subgenre. You'll see people who read the urban fantasy mystery subgenres. There's a bit of everything. Just because you don't necessarily read whodunits doesn't mean you can't join in. Although obviously if you do, I'm just gonna gesture to the Agatha Christie's over here and say, obviously traditional whodunits are on the menu as well. March Mystery Madness is also a great one to combine with other readathons that are happening in March. If you're doing middle grade March, there are plenty of middle grade mysteries you could read. If you're doing the March of the Mammoths, where you're reading really long books, a lot of the annual publications of Great British Mysteries or Great American Mysteries or Great Mysteries of X year, those are often 1,000 pages long and would qualify. So there are lots of ways that you can tie this into other things. And yeah, it should be a good time. It's always fun. As always, check out the Discord and Twitter, Instagram, etc. Check out all of the co-hosts because everybody reads different things and it's great fun. You never know who you're going to find and what new books you're going to find. If you'll be joining us, I'd love to hear what you're going to read. And if you have a favorite mystery that's marketed in a genre other than mystery, I'd love to hear about that. Because there are a lot of things like this video game science fiction tie-in that is actually a mystery. And I'd love to hear about more of those too, because this is always a fun thing to discuss. Anyway, I hope you're joining us, and that's it for now. Ciao.